Good morning, dear students. In today's video, we will continue chapter 2, Maps are Guides. And today, we will learn about language of maps. Children, there are few components of language of maps. These are directions, scale, conventional signs or symbols, and colors. Already we have learnt about directions. You know very well. At the top is north and at the bottom is south. Right hand side is east and left hand side is west. And the directions between main directions are northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. These are sub directions and we have already learnt about them. So we will continue and we will start with scale. It is not possible to show the size of each country and city of the earth on a map. It is not possible for us to show the complete earth, the actual size of the earth on a map. We can't make a big map as big our earth is or as big as our country India is. So how will we measure the distance on a map? For example, the actual distance between Delhi and Kolkata is about 1400 km on the ground. But on the map, the distance between the two cities is reduced to just a 14 centimeter. If we have to show the distance between Delhi and Kolkata, that is 1400 km, and we have to show that on a map, we will show that in 14 centimeter. So we can say that a distance of 100 kilometer is represented by a distance of 1 centimeter on the map. It means 1 centimeter will be is equal to 100 kilometer and it will show the actual distance, that is 100 kilometer, in 1 centimeter on the map. This is called the scale of the map. We call it the scale of the map. Scale can be defined as the ratio between the distance on the map and the distance on the ground. What is the definition of scale? Ratio between the distance on the map and the distance on the ground. A map without a scale is called a sketch. If we have made a map without a scale, then it will not be called a map, it will be called a sketch. Next is, there are two ways of showing the scale on a map. 1 centimeter is equal to 100 kilometer, which means that a distance of 1 centimeter on the map represents 100 kilometer on the ground. We can write this way on a map so that it is clear कि जो actual distance था 100 किलोमीटर उसको हमने 1 सेंटीमीटर मैप पर माना है. By means of a line, see the figure, you can see the figure in your book. By means of a line, the line is divided into many parts. This line is divided into many parts, 0 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 150, 150 to 200 and 200 to 250. So in this way also we can show a map on, we can show the scale on a map. The line is divided into many parts. Each part of the line shows some ground distance. Means if the actual distance is 100 kilometer, so you can see 0 to 100 here is we are showing on the scale. This will represent the actual 100 kilometers on the ground. Each part of the line shows some ground distance. It is marked on the scale. Next is conventional signs or symbols. Many types of signs and symbols are used to show various kinds of information on a map. If we want to show different physical features, we use some colors. If we want to show some crops, we use some symbols. If I want to show you dam, I will use a particular color. So different signs and symbols are used to show various kinds of information on a map. For example, a metal road is depicted by two straight lines. If I want to show a metal road will be shown with the help of a symbol. I can show you in the picture. This picture you can see here. Second one, it is metal road and it is shown through the symbol of two parallel lines. So we can show a metal road with the help of two straight lines. A capital city is marked on a map by a small circle enclosed within a bigger circle. A small circle enclosed with a bigger circle shows capital city, as you can see here. So there are different symbols used to show different things on a map. If we memorize these conventional symbols, they help us to read information given on maps. If we know the meaning of all these conventional symbols, we can easily read the maps and we can know what is the meaning of these symbols. Next is colors. Different colors are used to show various landforms on a map. If I want to show you mountains, I will use brown color. In the same way, if I want to show water, I will use blue color. So maps usually follow the same pattern of colors. Water bodies like oceans, rivers, seas and lakes are shown in blue color on a map. Whatever water body I want to show, I will always show you in blue color on a map. Green color depicts plains or lowlands. Mountains and highlands are shown in brown color. Plateaus are marked in yellow. This key is used in every country of the world. Every country of the world follows the same color scheme for showing particular physical features. See the map showing the scheme of colors used in your book. You can see it in your book and you can check in physical map of India physical divisions. So that's all about the chapter. Maps are guides. Have a wonderful day, dear children.